If you have spent the last few months lying awake at night, wondering why your sleep schedule feels completely broken, you are not imagining it, and you are definitely not alone. Millions of people are searching for the exact same thing right now, typing questions like, "Why can't I sleep?" and "How to fix my sleep schedule" into Google at 2 in the morning. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why your sleep has been falling apart, and more importantly, you will know precisely how to rebuild it. Over the past few years, something interesting has happened. Sleep has quietly become one of the most tracked and talked about areas of health, largely because of wearable devices like the Oura Ring and Whoop. These devices gave people something they never had before, which is a clear, measurable score for something that used to feel completely invisible. For the first time, people could see hard numbers showing how much deep sleep they actually got, how often they woke up during the night, and how their recovery changed based on daily habits. This shift mattered because it turned sleep from a vague feeling of tiredness into something people could actually measure, track, and improve. And once people started paying closer attention to their sleep data, a pattern became impossible to ignore. Most people were sleeping enough hours on paper, yet their recovery scores stayed low night after night. Here is the piece of the puzzle that most people miss completely. Your body does not actually care what time your alarm says it is. What it cares about is rhythm, consistency, and predictable signals that tell it when to wind down and when to wake up. This internal rhythm is called your circadian rhythm, and it controls far more than just sleep. It influences your hormone release, your body temperature, your digestion, and even your mood throughout the day. When your sleep schedule becomes inconsistent, sleeping late on weekends, staying up scrolling one night and crashing early the next, your circadian rhythm gets confused. Almost like crossing time zones without ever leaving your house. This is exactly why so many people feel like they have permanent jet lag, even though they never left their city. The fix is not complicated, but it does require consistency rather than perfection, which is something we will break down in a moment. Your body relies on a few key signals to decide when it should start producing melatonin and preparing for deep sleep. Understanding these signals is where real, lasting improvement begins. The first signal is light exposure. Bright light in the morning tells your brain that the day has started, while dim, warm light in the evening tells your brain that night is approaching. Most people accidentally reverse this pattern completely, staying in dim rooms all morning and then exposing themselves to bright screens late at night, which confuses the entire system. The second signal is temperature. Your core body temperature naturally needs to drop in order for deep sleep to begin, which is why a slightly cool room almost always produces better sleep quality than a warm one. The third signal is timing consistency. Going to sleep and waking up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends, keeps your circadian rhythm locked in rather than constantly resetting itself. Even small 2 or 3 hour shifts in your schedule can meaningfully weaken your deep sleep quality over time. If you look closely at recovery data from wearable devices, a consistent pattern shows up again and again. People who maintain steady sleep and wake times, even if they occasionally sleep slightly fewer hours, tend to show noticeably better recovery scores than people who sleep long but irregular hours. This tells us something important. Your body values predictability more than it values raw hours in bed. This does not mean hours stop mattering entirely, since chronic sleep deprivation still causes real harm. But it does mean that fixing a broken sleep schedule is less about forcing yourself into bed for a strict 8 hours and more about rebuilding a rhythm your body can actually trust and predict. If your sleep has felt broken lately, here is a realistic reset rather than an overwhelming overhaul. Pick one consistent wake-up time and stick to it every single day, including weekends, since this single change does more for your circadian rhythm than almost anything else. Get natural light exposure within the first hour of waking, even just by stepping outside briefly. Dim your lights and reduce bright screen exposure in the hour before bed, allowing your melatonin production to rise naturally. Keep your bedroom slightly cooler than feels ideal during the day. And give this reset at least 1 to 2 full weeks before judging the results, since circadian rhythms shift gradually rather than overnight. Your sleep schedule did not break overnight, and it will not fix itself overnight either. But with the right signals sent consistently, your body will begin rebuilding that rhythm on its own, and within just a couple of weeks, waking up rested will start to feel normal again instead of rare.